Be warned, it's LuAnna, and this podcast contains honest, upfront opinions, rants, bants, and general explicit content, but you know you love it, and I'm so excited because...
Lou just farted! But also, we're on YouTube!
Welcome to our first ever full LuAnna episode on YouTube. You asked, we listened, you love all our mini clips. We are now doing big, long, full episodes.
Mini clips. Yeah. Mini clips, yeah. This is exciting.
Yeah,
but look, we're all snuggling up. We've got our feet on our little puffs.
We've got puffs.
Yeah, we've got makeup on.
Yeah.
And everything. So welcome to YouTube, guys. Now listen, this is very exciting. Now the first thing you must do, YouTubers, because you can watch us now.
Let's do it in the YouTube style.
Go on.
If you just click the link below and subscribe.
Yeah, and that, and
is
comment.
Is that what they do, Bex? Comment and subscribe.
Right,
I've waited my whole life for that.
In fact, you know what, Lou, I think we're going to just have a moments of silence for everyone to subscribe now. Have you done it? Have you done it? Quickly do it. I'm not going to move on.
A big moment of silence.
Well, just a little bit.
Anyway, welcome. Listen, we drop on YouTube every Friday for our main app and every Sunday for LuAnna Totally Extra. So as we just said, once again, please subscribe and welcome to the fam.
Woohoo!
Well, hello.
Morning, girlies. Morning, Lulus. How are you?
I'm good. We're both back from skiing.
Yes.
Shoop, shoop, Immo's put
She's
here.
put in the script. And I was like, what the hell is shoop, shoop? Are we doing something about Cher? Does he love me? I want to know.
Why does that relate to shoop, shoop?
Shoop, that's the shoop, shoop song.
Is that?
Shoop, shoop, yeah, the shoop, shoop song.
I thought it was shoop, shoop, hide a high, shoop, shoop, hide a high. What's that song then that I'm thinking
I don't know that. Is that Cher?
Well, I don't know who it is, do I? Why are you asking me?
I don't know. Well, shoop, shoop. Yeah. So listen, we are back. Do you know what? I'm feeling relaxed today. I'm on a I'm on a real Monday morning.
I feel a bit on edge.
Chill.
I don't know why.
You're feeling a bit edgy today, babes.
I've got
what are you feeling
heartburn.
edgy about?
Do you know what? I'm going to stop eating bread.
Okay.
Every time I eat bread, I get heartburn. Every time. Don't you think that's strange? Maybe I'm going to have to start making my own bread. Oh, I do want to start.
Maybe
do you know what I want to do is make my own sourdough.
Ooh.
It's a big movement now, isn't it, Ems? I'm surprised you haven't tried this.
You got a little bit of sourdough.
You've got to get your starter.
Yeah.
You've got to feed your starter.
I know, but what is that?
Keep it alive.
Yeah, but it seems like a lot of responsibility.
I think it's fine. I can set.
Have you got a starter?
I saw this TikTok.
Yeah.
And it's basically a woman starting her starter, basically.
And
she comes back every day to tell you what to do. Because you do like 7 days of like creating your starter until it's ready to bake with.
It's a thing.
I'm not sure that I'm prepared to spend 7 days creating a starter to then spend a day cooking a piece of bread that's you're gonna eat, and it's probably gonna give me heartburn anyway.
But then once you have your starter, it just sits in your fridge and it'll live forever.
I hear that.
How much of the starter do you... So you get a big bit of starter and then just use a little bit in your sourdough every time?
Correct. And then you just feed the starter to make more of it.
It feels a bit weird, doesn't it?
It's
like a little animal.
It's like a little...
having to feed it.
I just don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know how I feel about it
I don't like a dirty fridge. But also as well, I'll be honest.
What is that? It sounds like it's decaying.
It just feels a bit dirty.
Yeah,
and we only eat sourdough in my house because all of my lot have like dicky tummies as well. Bougie bitch. No, but we do because they get funny.
Yeah.
I think gluten or something plays up with them. So I just nip down the Celebrity Farm shop. I'll be honest, girls. Yeah. I just grab every other day. We get a fresh loaf in from the Celeb Farm shop.
You've got a lot of time on your hands going to a farm shop every other day.
Babes,
people are listening to this and they're thinking, who is she going to the farm shop?
It's on the way to the
days?
school, babes. It's no different to popping in for getting a pint of milk at a shop. That's my local shop.
I just do one shop a week, me.
There you go.
And if there's not food in the fridge, you're starving.
Tough.
Tell you what does a good sourdough.
Go on.
Gales.
I knew you were going to say Gales.
They do a potato and rosemary sourdough. And it is...
Potato?
I know it sounds weird, but it's divine.
Sounds heavy. That sounds like heartburn to me.
Heavy. Slather it with butter.
Oh.
Delicious.
Do you know what? I eat butter like cheese. And that's another thing. After skiing, that's it. I'm on a cheese ban.
Oh, well.
I have the worst cheese farts. The raclette, the cheese fondue.
She stole my fondue.
I mean, it's...
I only saw Anna once during skiing.
We had a brief liaison for lunch.
She is the most disorganised person. I've never realised how disorganised you were until that ski trip.
Just laissez-faire.
And it was actually stressing me out.
Why?
I don't know. You were stressing me out.
Why?
It was just
You were just supposed
me
to be skiing.
couldn't.
That's what I was doing.
I know, but
I
was
had two kids and a husband. I was schlepping around on ski lifts.
I had Indigo, who becomes fixated on things. When am I going to see Enzo and Elle? The one day that we saw Enzo and Elle, she didn't come. She was having a tired day.
She had a tired
day. And I didn't hear, let me tell you, she drove me
That was your
nuts.
source of stress then.
It was her.
It was going
the source on. Where's Enzo? Where's Enzo? I want to see Enzo and Elle. I was like, they're not here.
We were busy trying to get him up a mountain and on.
You did
well.
Elle did well,
she did great. It took us a couple of days to get into it because Elle really couldn't ski.
She's only baby,
She's only baby, but she refused ski school. Yeah, she refused ski school. So it just wasn't fun. She was literally crying her eyes out, like she was traumatized. And you know what? It comes a point. I was like, this is just not fun for me because I just can't go and enjoy myself and do a selfish ski with her literally crying her eyes out with ESF. So I took her out at ski school and I was like, she was like, I just want mama. So I was like, well, mama's going to teach you. And my 35 years of skiing actually paid off. So I got that kid. I went, right, I was like, right, if you come out of ESF, I've paid €180 for that for the week. If you're coming out, it's very cheap. You come out, do as you're told. No, it was good. The kids that enjoyed it loved it. Just wasn't for her. Anyway, so I took her up, and you know what? Within 2 days, that's why those first couple of days, I just had to go with the flow, with the fam. You can't take kids down if they can't ski. No. It's too dangerous.
It's so dangerous.
Too dangerers. Which is why we had to, sorry to Indigo, but we just had to go
fine, she'll get over
we
it.
had to go with our flow on that one. But she did great, and I got her down, and she was skiing like a total champ towards the end. I had to practice her on and off the chair lifts, and taking a 5-year-old that her feet don't touch the floor. And also, let's be honest, ski lifts as well. They do not. I know it's a bit bougie.
Stacked it on a chairlift.
They don't wait for anyone, so you've got to be in the zone to get off that ski lift. And I'm there with my little one, and she's going now, and I'm like, just go, because you do not want to be the ones that stack it.
I had 2 chairlift incidents. First one was, I don't know if you skied over, you probably didn't go there because you had the kids with you, but Dixie's a very good skier and she wanted to ski the Swiss wall, which is one of the hardest black runs.
I was going to do that one day with the lads at the end, but we couldn't be asked to go over.
You're a really good skier then.
I can ski, yeah.
Someone died when we were there.
I know, yeah.
Anyway,
it's hard.
Basically, it's one of the hardest black runs in the world. I think it's in the top 5, right?
Everyone sits there and actually watches people come down. It's like a spectator thing.
It's a thing. And basically, we had the most brilliant instructor. I'm going to give him a shout out, Billy from Bill Ski. He's lovely. Already booked him next year.
Who randomly went to school with me.
And worked in the same pub as Anna.
Yeah, same. When I was 15, 16, Billy was 3 years below me. The nicest guy. When we did meet up for lunch, which was really lovely. And that was crazy. You know, you just kind of go, oh my God, out of all the places in all the world, we're up in the middle of the French Alps and there is literally, I was like, oh my God, I knew his sister. You were 3 years below me.
It was like a little reunion.
Oh, it was lovely.
They were love bonding over that cheese fondue.
Oh, we did.
But
I was like, boy did good. Boy did really good.
Because he's got his own ski school. He's really lovely.
Really proud to see that.
And anyway, so he took Dixie and her friend Sarah down the Swiss wall with another guy that works for them.
Oh, Imogen.
Oh, Imo's smashing up the place.
Yeah.
And basically, he's really good because when you ski the Swiss wall, he said everyone goes right because they think it looks nicer. But what happens is then you sort of go basically off the edge of the cliff.
Don't want to do that.
So when you get onto Swiss wall, you actually want to go left, which looks worse but isn't. That's the key if anyone's going to ski it. But anyway, so you can ski down the Swiss wall, but for those that don't want to, you can get a chairlift, right? So me, Andrew, and I don't know why I only had Clemmy with me. Must have been Indy's day off.
She had a little day off, maybe.
She only had one day. It must have been the same day I saw you then.
Maybe.
Anyway, so we're on this chairlift going like down and we're sort of watching them ski. But then as you get off that chairlift, you can see the bit where people get on. And normally you get off a chairlift where people get on, not this chairlift. So as we're approaching, I suddenly see get off now, and it goes really quite violently to the right.
Let me tell you, they don't operate on slow. They are ramping them on.
Awful. So the chairlift carries on going straight, but you have to get off it and ski right. Well, it was a disaster.
Did you all stack it?
Yeah.
All
so
of you.
basically, Clemmy gets off, Andrew gets off. Clemmy took Andrew out. Andrew takes me out. I'm then taken out by the chairlift that continues to go, and it just runs me over.
No, it's a rite of passage.
No, it was horrific.
Did they have to stop it?
So obviously they had to stop it. I'm quite agile, right? So I get up. Clemmy never fell over in the first place. She just took Andrew out. Andrew, not quite as agile as me. It's
Domino effect.
It's quite tricky to get up when you fall over skiing.
Yeah.
If you haven't got like quite strong core strength, or if you don't know how to get up,
just take your skis off and get up.
So he was
just
there.
Get your skis
he was trying
off.
to get up, and I was like, take your skis off.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Yeah.
That was the first incident.
Nice.
Same chairlift got me again.
Oh no!
Coming back up the Swiss wall.
Yeah.
I then got off. So because of that incident where Clemmy took me out, I thought, right, I'm going to let her get off first.
Yeah.
So as you're coming back up, you get off it, right? But this one, it starts going up again.
Oh,
so I'd waited for Clemmy to get off, but then I'm in the air.
Oh.
And then Billy is like, jump. So I then jump. It's probably about a 3-foot jump off it because I was going up.
And you've got to get your ass off that.
Oh my God.
Or it's the lift of shame. You go all the way up and back round again.
I jump, land on my skis, but almost in a squat position. So I'm then skiing on my bum, and I thought, I can do this. I can get up from here. I can pull off this like amazing move.
Save. Yeah.
I couldn't pull it off. Absolutely stacked it, and loads of people laughed at me.
Do you know what, mate?
That chairlift isn't my friend.
It's not your friend. Well, speaking of the chairlift, I mean, it also felt like half of Instagram was skiing in half term. If you weren't, sorry about that.
It's very,
but I hope you had a nice half term.
Fashionable thing now to ski.
It is. It's such a fun holiday.
On vogue. Yeah. Jean Vogue. What's that expression?
On vogue.
On vogue. It wasn't a thing when I was growing up. You've always skied.
Oh, yeah, I've always skied since I was a kid. But it was, everyone just suddenly seems to be into skiing. So it's like.
I like the outfits.
So, yeah. But so with my family, I got them all skiing last year because I was like, look, they all really wanted to do it, and I really wanted the kids to.
You do like a ski,
Alex,
don't you?
I do like a ski, and Alex had never learned skiing. Massive respect to adults that learn as adults because it's a really hard sport. And would I have started as an adult? Probably not. I really wouldn't. It's too hard. It's too much fear.
I learned as an adult.
Oh, you learned as an adult, didn't you? So, so Alex is quite good. He's getting better.
Isn't he?
He's very sporty again. He's very muscular. He's very fit. So, but he kind of got like the fear a bit this year because on the first day we took him out and he realised that he really shouldn't have come out with some of us girls because we started just to hoof it down.
Oh, that's nasty.
Well,
he should have come
for
with
him.
me.
No, we waited for him, but he didn't realise that he was holding us up. Yeah, we waited for him. In the end, he was like, "You go on." Because I was like, "Babe, I'm going to have to go." I was like, "I've got literally 15 minutes to get Els from ski school. I can't leave, and I've got literally another I don't know 7 kilometres to go or something. Like I've got to hoof it back." So anyway, so he was a bit like,
you left him on a slope.
Yeah, he was fine.
How did he get back down?
He can ski. He just wanted to go at his pace.
Was there anyone with him?
No, he went at his pace. He said.
I think that's a bit mean.
He wanted to. I checked. He was like, no. He goes, it's much easier if you go, so I don't feel I've got to keep up.
Otherwise it's pressure.
Yeah, pressure. No, he got down fine. But then
Tank guard.
So the next day we went on a bit of a team ski with some of the, and I was like, look, do you want to come or don't you? And he was like, no, I really want to come. He was like, I went, no, I want you to come. You're really good. Like you're doing great.
You're really
wait
good.
for you.
No, you're not. You're shit.
No, he's good. But he was like, he's not crazy about chairlifts. And I think chairlifts are a bit daunting. You're sort of dangling around a bit as well.
Have you seen that video?
When it flings around.
In Bulgaria?
Yes.
No, that's horrific.
It's bad.
But I asked Billy and he said that apparently like Bulgaria and all those Eastern European countries buy all the 25-year-old cables from France.
So they're a bit bouge. They need a bit
of
as in budget. They need a bit of an engineering. Well, but he then said so that the team were with Ash and Danny when we went out that particular morning, and I said to the girls, look, and he was happy for me to say, I didn't want to embarrass him. He went, I'm not crazy about chairlifts, and I was like, look, he went, I've just got to get on with it. He doesn't like the heights and stuff, and I was like, you'll be fine, you'll be fine.
Once you're on it, it's all right. I think it's the getting on and off.
Well, it was the getting on off.
The getting off.
Yeah, but I'd made a big... So I said to the girls, right, just, do us a favour, girls. Make sure Alex is, just...
in the middle.
Yeah, if you get on with him before me, or just make sure someone, helps him off, or just, tells him when to lift the bar up, bring it down, and all that kind of stuff.
What about when they start trying to lift the bar up and your skis caught and your legs going like that? It's very...
Well, Lou, I felt awful. I say me and the big A, we had a great week. We got on really well. I'd say we got really well. The only time we had a vague, slight bicker, well, actually, it was more Al pissed off and justifiably so. So I'd gone to all this arsake of like, everyone, seriously, Al doesn't like chairlifts. Let's look. And they were like, yeah, no, it's fine. We'll get, So I was like, right, we're on the lift. All four of us get on the lift. Al's on the edge. I'm next to him. Then both my mates the other side. Get to the top. I didn't realise this particular lift was a bit of a quickie. You got to the top and it was a bit of a whiz round. But as we got off, because I'm little as well, I hadn't quite got my skis down on time. So as I started, I went, oh fuck, it's gonna whiz round the corner.
You left him behind.
So as I went, dog eat dog world, mate. I literally, as I'm trying to shove my bum off it, I pulled my arm round, whacked Al back to propel myself off the lift. Poor old Al was half getting off in his little snowplow. Al just fucking wipes out. Al wiped out on the lift. Then a boarder comes off behind him, stacks into him. And so I got up. I felt terrible. And he was like, thanks for that. He went, you literally smacked me in the face with a pole to get yourself off.
That was like Clemmy and Andrew. And Andrew's going, Clemmy, you took me out. And I was like, darling, she's 7, but she's quite a good skier, Clemmy. And Andrew's on like rolling on the floor, still like the chairlift. Everyone's just staring at you like
and laughing.
that.
Well, this is it.
So
and you know how hard it is to get up as well. And then basically, but my two mates were literally taking it. They went, what was that? I know, look after your husband. You just fucking wiped him out. He's a bit pissed off after that. But in a nutshell, it was such a lovely week. Lots of drinking, cheese. Kids are.
I had quite a few cheese fondues.
Loads of cheese.
I don't want to see another piece of cheese. Actually,
I'm on the salad now.
Over the fromage.
Yeah, over the fromage. Enzo smashed it with his skin. Like, everyone had a great time, and we had a lovely holiday.
I've never been there. We were both in Morsey.
Very impressed with Morsey.
I've never been. Had you been there before?
Not Ovaries. No, I've not done Morsey. I was really impressed with it as a resort.
I really liked it.
Did you know what?
It's a lot cheaper than the other resorts as well.
It's because it's lower down, but I think as well it's turning quite bougie, because I noticed on the radio yesterday on the way home that Heart, of course, we are part of the global family.
Heart family
are doing their like big global some sort of big weekender thing in Avoriaz.
Why aren't we invited to that?
I don't know. We should be on that, Ims. Apparently, I heard it on the radio.
Can you please ask about that?
Yeah. Well, I think it's happening next weekend, mate. So I'll be honest, I can't be asked to go out next weekend. But
I can't.
It did make me think. I thought, that's clearly Avoriaz is on the map. Also, shout out to Zoe Hardman. She also was there same week as us.
Oh, was she? I really like her.
I love Zoe. Also, big hello to LuFanians.
So many LuFanians.
But you'd gone at this point. This was on, I think, the Wednesday or Thursday, and we'd gone up one of the lifts. This will mean nothing to everybody apart from Lou and these people. The Prodane lift, which was one of the big lifts up to Avoriaz. I want to say hello to LuFanians Claire and Joe.
Hello, Claire. Had I already met Joe?
No, but they stalked you. She'd seen you driving off in the car and she was laughing. Now, I think it was Joe or Claire, one of them, bless her, her face was absolutely ripped to shreds. She'd had an accident and hit a rock. And she was like, I promise I'm a good skier. But they were brilliant. She came legging it over to me when I was with the kiddies. She was like, oh my God, I keep watching your stories and I've just seen you've been teaching Elle how to ski. She went, I've been so nice to meet you. So it's so nice to meet them. And they said they saw you driving off.
Yeah.
And she said it was like watching the Queen leave. Oh. So she'd just been sort of...
Definitely it wasn't. I was probably shoving everyone in the car. All that shit you've got to remember. I know. I was always last every day to get the kids ready.
That's the only ball ache.
There were a lot of LuFanians there. I bumped into a few people. Can't remember any of your names.
But hello.
One of them, she said to me, I was in the ski line.
A lot of English.
Yeah. And she went, I love your outfit. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. And she went, oh my God, it's you.
It's you. It's the voices.
It's the voice.
It's the voices.
Because I had the hat and the goggles and like my little pink marshmallow outfit
I'd like to actually thank LuFanians on behalf of my children.
We should do a LuAnna ski trip.
That'd be fun. My kids
Bex is nodding. Do you ski as well, Bex? Imo? There's time.
Well, my kids would like to thank LuFanians because they got off from their usual bollocking from me and my foghorn at them because everyone would look. Then I stopped shouting at them. So I was like,
I did shout at mine at the top of a mountain.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Mine drove me mad one day, and then I skied off. I was like, right, I'm just going to leave them with the ski instructors. Anyway, so I skied off quite quickly, looked behind me, and all I could see was Clemmy with her little poles going full pelt down the mountain with the ski instructor chasing her because
she
was trying to chase me.
Oh, I see.
And then the ski instructor stopped and Frederico instructor was like, Clemmy, this is very dangerous. Clemmy's like, I want mummy. Clemmy goes a bit devilish sometimes. And like, she's really good 99% of the time. But Jesus, that 1%, you don't want to mess with that.
Don't want to mess with it. Well, we had a lovely week. That was a really, really nice half-term
Joyful
week.
It was. And I didn't really want to go skiing this year, but I actually loved it.
Good. It was lovely weather. We had a great time.
While we were skiing, Imo was getting high.
What's all this, Imo?
So, I accidentally drugged myself.
Oh my goodness.
Last week.
Guys, public service announcement, don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. It's not clever. It's not smart.
What happened?
What happened was I was sat at Naomi's desk and I saw a little packet of CBD gummies and I was having a bit of a stressy day and I thought, I'd quite like to relax.
Calm the nerves.
Calm it all down.
CBD can be very, very helpful.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought I'd have one of those. So I did.
Yeah.
Lovely. Then later in the day I was having some lunch and I was like, my tooth feels like it's really cold and tingly. And I said to Naomi, I was like, my tooth feels weird. And she was like, oh, okay. Didn't really think anything more of it. Then I went back to work and I was at my desk and suddenly my face was really hot and my whole face was tingling. And I was like, this isn't normal. So I went back to Naomi's desk and I looked at the packet and I somehow got prescription THC muddled with CBD.
You ate proper edibles.
And it was a proper
off
edible.
Your bunts. Oh my god!
It was a proper edible.
How was your work that day? Productive?
Creative.
Yeah. It was good that I was at home.
Yeah.
It was interesting, I must say. It was just a very tingly day. That's all I would say.
Oh.
Did it make you really hungry?
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I remember being in LA and I was in Soho House and I'm not very good at weed. I don't like it. But anyway, I decided to eat these edibles. Everybody else was. Well, I must have eaten the whole menu of Soho House and pissed myself laughing whilst there. No. And then we just had to leave. Yeah, I couldn't stop laughing and I couldn't stop eating. And that was my experience of edibles. Yeah, they're legal
in
there.
LA?
Yeah, just go to a shop. They've got loads of shops.
Yeah.
And you just everyone's
I
eating
lose track
edibles.
of where you can and where you can't.
Well, Thailand, there's weed's totally legal in Thailand now. You can walk into the shops and you just like buy ready rolled spliffs.
Do you know what? It catches you out because
I'm not in. I don't like weed, and I always say that. And yet I always seem to think maybe I should try it, and this one time will be different.
Yeah, no, I'm not interested.
And it's not good for me.
It's not good.
I always think I'm Uri Geller.
Oh.
It's quite hallucinogenic, yeah. So I'm not doing it again anymore.
Yeah, not for me. Not for me.
I start trying to bend spoons. What happened to Uri Geller?
What did happen to him?
That is a good question.
He was around for ages. Like there was a real moment where there was always Uri Geller and Paul McKenna.
Yes.
And they were always doing
stuff.
Was he on Big Brother, Uri Geller?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, was he?
He bent a spoon. Yeah.
Girl.
Well, I was in LA. It must have been, it's before I had my little ones. It was years ago now. And my friend was quite into weed and she gave me one of those bong things. Well, it was awful. And I went, it's not worked. She was like, okay. So she gave me another one. I was as high as a kite. I thought I was Uri Geller.
Wow. That's an interesting choice.
I got every spoon out the drawer. And then she had this brand new white sofa and I actually peed all over it. I had uncontrollable, and it was before I had the kids. But I couldn't stop myself. She's not my friend anymore. You've met her.
You killed it. Oh, yes.
That one.
Oh, you killed it, mate. Yeah. You killed it. Just don't do drugs.
Yeah.
It's time for Did You Know with Imo? Dun-dun-dun.
Did you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna praise you this because I saw it on a TikTok and then I forgot to write it down.
Condense.
Okay. Did you know why in a lot of UK cities, the West is more affluent than the East End?
Well, like UK said, the West is more affluent.
More in UK cities.
Yeah, in UK cities, it tends to be that the eastern side of the city is less affluent than
like
the
West
West.
London, East London.
Yeah, and the East End, especially in historically, was a less affluent, more working class area.
Sure.
Because of wind.
Really?
And back in the industrial times, the 1800s and stuff, there were lots of factories and things. And because that our winds tend to blow west to east, all the fumes and stuff would blow towards the east.
Okay.
So all the rich people were like, no, I don't like that gross fumey place. I'll go to the west. And it just left the people that didn't have the money in the east.
In the east. That is a fascinating
That's
fact.
very interesting.
Do you know what? It's so interesting, isn't it? You just
And now
you just
we try
assume
and
it.
escape pollution. Air quality.
Good fact, Tims. Didn't know that.
Very
I thought it was
interesting.
something to do with like docks and
Yeah, that's what I would have
and
thought.
industry and
like
importation
the
and
geographical, like east side of England.
What? But then again, why that would mean? I just thought maybe lower paid workers for the type of work.
But maybe it's all just like a cycle.
Interesting.
Like
As
they
you
were
say,
there
but
because
then,
of that, and then
yeah.
that's where they were, and therefore they just did the
Girls,
work.
I feel educated. Of a Monday.
Right, let's crack in with some messages now. We've got one in from Lily. Lily says, "Hi, LuAnna. Absolutely love the pod and all that jazz. I just wanted to message in as I was listening to this week's episode about Louisa's thyroid.
Oh, yes.
And I could not message as I had almost exactly the same thing. I noticed I had a lump in my neck. Oh, mine's here. A
Yeah,
few
how was
weeks
that?
after having, well, I don't know, because I just,
Not be bothering you much?
no,
Okay.
it's there. look.
Good.
I noticed I had a lump in my neck a few weeks after having my first baby and went to get checked thinking they'd say it's nothing. I was so scared when they referred me as part of the suspected cancer route. Had the ultrasound and the same level node, as me obviously, which is a 3. Biopsy, which is what I had. She had surgery to remove the node
Right.
and test it.
Right.
It was scary at the time, but I'm pleased to say it came back all clear and I've just been left with a small faint scar.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, yes. I thought I'd send you pictures so you can see the scar as you were worried about it being big.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
I was, because he said it would be big. It did feel like quite a scary operation to have your throat cut
Gosh,
open.
don't.
Well, that's
when you put it like that, it does feel a bit.
That's how I feel as well.
Yeah, it does feel a bit Scar-faced, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
But the recovery was super quick and it was just a relief to know what it was and that it was out. I hope this helps you feel a bit better. It's scary having something like that looming over you. Oh, thank you, Lily. She's sending lots of love from Lily from Surrey. So she sent us a couple of
Right,
pictures.
couple of picos.
The first pic is a few days after the op.
Okay, that's not too bad. I mean, it does look like someone has literally
it looks like
take
someone's cut her throat
a knife
open.
to her throat. Yeah.
I don't really want
It's a
that.
couple of inches, isn't it?
It's fucking massive.
It's like-
She's slim like me. She's got a very slim neck.
But that was
It's her whole
a
neck.
few days after it.
Okay,
It
fine.
wasn't healed.
And now 6 years later, you can barely see it.
Oh, yeah, you can't see that. That just looks like an aged line.
Yeah, it does actually.
Like that-
Sorry, Lily.
No, not in a bad way.
You
No,
got an old neck.
no, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Doesn't
you
look,
get, like,
doesn't look.
lines.
Yeah, just doesn't look a bad one at all.
And we had so many people write in saying that they've had it done and
Really?
they
And
can
it-
barely see the
Really,
scar.
that's
Yeah.
good to know, Lou.
I've got lots of pictures to show you.
Well,
Have
I
you?
think then
I might look at the pictures, but I still think I'm going to wait 6 months and try keyhole.
try the keyhole.
Because it does look like someone sliced Lily's neck open.
I'll be honest though.
Because that's what they did.
Yeah, they did do that. But Lily,
Lovely lips,
I was just about to say,
Lily.
Lily, you're very beautiful. You've only
Yeah.
sent us half your face, but
Your neck and your lips are
stunning. Very, very kissable, honestly.
Yeah, she has got really good
Very,
lips.
very. But do you know what? That's really encouraging, Lou. That's good. That's good positive
Yeah,
news.
that is. Well, I think in 6 months I'll go back again. And then I might say, how many keyholes have you done now? What's worth your lip being slit there and then going through my chin? Well, I've got so much filler in my chin. Do you think I have to declare that?
I would, just in case. Never know.
What if I get a distorted chin? What do I want? A distorted chin or a throat slash?
You'll have
At
like,
least if I've got a throat slash, I could like lie and be like, oh yeah, well I was attacked in Islamabad or something.
You can just start being one of those ladies who wear like choker
Neck
pearls
scarves.
every
Yes,
day.
yes. You could bring back the 90s. You know,
Yeah,
the
the little
90s
choker
choker.
plastic-
Just keep wearing.
plastic
Just
choker.
say you just stay in the 90s. We've just
Yeah.
stayed in the 90s. No one ever know.
And I'll just sing Spice Girls all the time.
Exactly. Just say I'm
With my
stuck.
choker.
I'm stuck in the 90s. All right. This is a thing. It's my vibe.
No, I just make up loads of different
Or
stories.
get your tattoo.
No, I don't want a tattoo.
We could just tattoo
I
like.
don't like tattoos.
I don't
None
know.
of us have got tattoos, have we?
You, Bex? I
No,
haven't
we're
got
not.
one.
We're not tattoo people, are we?
Don't
not
mind
cool
it on
enough.
others. I love it on people, just not me. Just
I
don't
feel
want
like I'm
one.
not cool enough to have a tattoo. Can I just say none of us in this room are, so don't anybody even try it. Okay?
Don't
no
anyone
one here
try
is
it.
cool enough to get
Yeah,
tattoos.
babes, we know our lane and we stay in our
Yeah,
lane.
we're
We know
staying in
our
our
lane,
lane.
guys. Tattoos are for other people
Yeah.
that are cool,
Yeah,
not,
not for us.
Okay. None of us has even got an interesting piercing. I mean, seriously. Like,
Well, I got my clit.
well, obviously, yeah, other than your...
Really?
She totally believe that. Oh dear. I mean, I once got my belly button done when I was 16. I mean, let's be honest, girls, no one's seen the light of day of my belly button for about 20 years.
Done, and I actually didn't take it out until I had the
babies. Same.
And then Dixie got hers done recently, and I was like, oh, maybe I should get mine done with her. You know, be that cool mum.
No, Lou.
And then decided not to.
You've reached an age.
Hers got infected, so she's had to take it out anyway.
You're past the point now.
Do you think I'm past the point?
I think you're past the point. That's no shade to anyone that has had that done. I just don't want it for Louisa.
Do you, Babs?
No. Not at all. I had my nose pierced.
Oh, really?
I can see you with a nose piercing.
You knew me with a nose piercing.
Yeah,
you did. Of course
Why
you
did.
did.
You take it out?
Because it
got bogies.
No, it just didn't heal because I kept having to take it out and put it in for playing netball, and I just didn't give it time.
They just become a bit ball achy, don't
I would get it done again. I really liked it, but
it did look nice
What
on you,
about
actually.
bogies and nose piercings?
Yeah, can you pick your nose?
What about me?
Yeah.
I've got such a runny nose.
You couldn't have a nose
I couldn't have
piercing.
it. All the
You'd be
rubbing
red
I
raw.
do.
You'd be red raw.
I know, because I'm always going like this. Someone messaged me and they called it something like a twitch. It's got a name. When you keep going like that, Google it. There's like a name when you keep wiping your nose at the back of your hand like I do.
That is what you do. That's your little nervous. That's your little. It's like your little nervous stim. Maybe that's your stimming.
Stimming.
Maybe that's your stim.
Yeah, because I'm always wiping my nose.
Maybe
It's
that's
called
it.
like a nose something. Someone screenshot it and sent it to me. And I was like,
What's it called when you're permanently wiping snot on the back of your hand?
Maybe I'm actually allergic to horses.
I mean, could you imagine? I mean,
I wouldn't care.
I mean, you just have to
I'd
deal
just
with
live
it.
on Piriton.
I was about to say, live on an antihistamine, Lou.
Do you know, talking about
You'd cut your
Piriton,
nose off so you couldn't be.
You know our friend Nick, Crazy Nick. So he had hay fever or something. Anyway, he kept taking Piriton, and we were on holiday, and he was like, kept going to me, I'm so tired all the time. I don't know what's wrong with me.
What a wally.
Which isn't him because he's
Yeah,
so
he's
energetic.
hyper,
Plus his wife is a pharmacist.
Yeah.
And then he went, I just don't know what it is. And she was like, what are those tablets you keep taking? He was taking 6 Piriton a day.
Stop it! How was he even awake?
Well, because he's so hyper.
Yeah, it just
he was
leveled him
awake,
out.
It just leveled him
Maybe
out.
that's the trick with him.
Yeah.
When he's a bit too hyper, give Nick a Piriton.
So funny.
6 Piriton?
Yeah, and he was like, I don't know, I'm so tired, I don't feel myself.
Oh my gosh.
And she was like, what are you taking, Nick?
Yeah.
That's not her accent. She's actually Scottish. But yeah. Did you find it?
Is it autistic stereopathy?
Yeah, is that when you keep wiping your
it's a thing.
nose?
It's like a type of stimming.
Yeah, I just said stimming. Interesting. Yeah, you're stimming.
Maybe that is it then.
It's probably a stim. There you are. Well done, Lou. Right, message next from Anonymous. So, Minnie. Hi, LuAnna. Love you guys. Thanks, Minnie. I didn't know who else to approach for some advice about my friend and her boyfriend, so I've turned to you. It's probably going to be a long one. Sorry. Not to worry, Babs. I've only known this girl for about 8 to 9 months since meeting her at a baby group. She's been with her boyfriend 10 years this year, and in the little time I've known her, she said all the following. He's never changed a nappy. Baby is 14 months now. Never bathed her or supported to feed her. He leaves the mum to do all the housework, food shop, cooking appointments, dog walks. They have 2 massive dogs and caring for the baby. She even says if they pop to the local shop, like the Co-op, he makes her take the baby in too because he can't stand it if she cries and won't know what to do. She works full-time whilst caring for her baby. Oh my gosh, she works full-time whilst caring for her baby 3 to 5 days. They do very little together. He goes out with friends or to every football match. Never done anything with mum and baby. Weekly swimming classes or even to the park. Hates being left with the baby. One time when she left him with her for 5 minutes, he put her on a table and gave her his phone whilst he was playing on the Xbox and she fell off the table.
Oh my God.
He has never helped with any nighttime setting, even when... Settling, even when post-delivery. She slept downstairs on the sofa post-C-section and cared for the baby all night alone. Gosh. He didn't buy her anything for Mother's Day as you're not my mother, in inverted commas, oh wow. Didn't want to do anything for the baby's first birthday as she won't remember it. Therefore, the mum went to Birmingham on the train by herself to see life. He leaves her for days at a time to go away with work, and then when he comes home, will moan that she hasn't emptied the Hoover, or one time she said he moaned that she's used too much toilet roll. I've asked if she loves him, and she said, yeah, but it's a bit complicated, and that she didn't want to get into it. How do you support someone that's in a relationship like this? Me and our friend are finding it so hard to listen to all of this, and we just don't know what to do anymore. That's a really...
this is really... Do you know what? He sounds so like my ex-husband.
Really?
Yeah.
Just like wanting to do zero.
Yeah, like...
This is not the life for him, and it's not the life for her.
Like when she says if you've got to go to the shop, you have to take the baby. That's like, I mean, Ollie just never wanted to have Dixie when she was a baby. And I always thought it's just because he didn't really know I just think he was overwhelmed with it. And then...
I was going to say, like, genuine question. Do you think it was, because he was a knob, or he was just overwhelmed and couldn't cope with the situation?
I think, look, without slagging off her father too much, because respectfully, he's her dad and we're still friends. But I just don't think he was ready for a baby. And he's quite a selfish person.
Well, this sounds like this guy. He's not ready for the baby.
I think that just didn't want to do it. Don't want to do it, won't do it. And that's what it was like. So for me, like the swimming on my own, luckily I had my friend Laura, whose baby was 3 months older, and we were sort of been pregnant together and had the babies at the same time. And she was really my support network. But yeah, she sounds, it will never change until the kid gets older from my experience. And by then, sometimes sometimes it's hard when you leave it too long to then form a really close bond with that child. So, I mean, I didn't. So stay with
No, you didn't, did you? I think from your perspective, as you're writing
doing it on your
Minnie,
own than having all this shit to deal with.
Oh, for sure. I mean, but I think from what you're asking us, so basically we can't, we don't know what's going on in that relationship because you've come as a friend perspective. I think really it sounds like you're being a really good friend and your friend, but when you say you're finding it really hard to listen to this anymore, I think you kind of almost have to make a decision for yourself. Do you feel like you can be a friend and listen to her, and are you okay with that, but accepting that really this is her life and only she can change it? You can only offer your advice and your opinion if it is asked for. It's clearly not a good relationship, but essentially it is not your relationship to fix. And I think so many people, and I used to be this person until I got into therapy as a therapist, and I'm not anymore, because you can't rescue people.
No.
You can be there and you can help support, but you also have to be really honest with yourself whether you can cope listening but not being able to change it. And then that is for you to make that choice of whether you can even be a friend to this person. If it's going to drag you down, you do have to really think about that, whether that's something that you can entertain. And I know that might sound a bit harsh because you don't want to leave her, but...
Well, it sounds like you do want to help, because you do ask, how do you support someone that's in a relationship like this?
Just be there.
And I just think, just be there, be a friend.
Be a
so when you
board.
do your mum things with your babies, do include her. If you don't feel overwhelmed having 2 babies at a time, maybe say to her, look, if you want to go to the gym or just for a walk or just have a sofa day, I don't mind taking, having the baby for a couple of hours.
If you want
I think that to support someone in that sense, then that's really good. And just knowing that someone else is there as a support network. I don't know where her family, my mum wasn't around when it was like this to me. She was living in Cyprus. And it's really nice to know when you're in a relationship like this that there is a support network, 'cause it's really lonely having a baby. But equally, I also get you that it's really hard. And I've had friends in relationships where that it's not right and you're trying to give them advice and they don't take the advice, and then they get pissed off at you because they don't like the advice you're giving because they know it's actually right. And sometimes you do have to take a step back and protect yourself.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you're at that stage yet of taking a step back to protect yourself and your own sanity, because you feel like you're hitting your head against a brick wall. And if you're not at that stage, then I would just encourage you to do things, if she is going to see life by herself, can you go with her? Because it's really, just being a supportive friend if you do want to support her, but equally don't feel bad if you're sick to death with it and you want to take a step back.
I mean, I don't know this as well. Sometimes it sounds
she
like
obviously knows what it's like. She's been with him for 10 years.
But she obviously wants to offload about it. She's not hiding it. She's offloading it. But then also, some people can just sort of wallow in their own situation. So without knowing her personality or what she's in, I think just focus on what you can and can't accept with it. Be a supportive friend. If it feels too much with her, sometimes just say that, look, I find it really hard to listen to your circumstance because my opinion is I don't feel it's right for you.
And also when you would do something about it. But remember, it's always easier to think that you change it when you're on the outside.
When you're in the eye of it, it's so much difficult. You've been a good friend and I applaud you and your friend for that. Hopefully it'll improve.
Tough.
Yeah,
he might get better. Right, we've got a message from Katie next. She says, hi, lovely ladies. I've been listening to your pod for a while now and I absolutely love it. Settle in for what I think is an absolutely disgusting, gag-worthy Anna story for the pod.
Oh, I'm on a Zen day today. Oh no, I'm on a Zen date and I need a wee.
Not for long, bitches.
Oh no.
That my now disowned uncle has done. Oh, he's been disowned, Anna.
Ooh.
The disowned part, is a much bigger story. That's for another day,
Okay,
she
fine.
says.
That's a part two. Send
Anyway.
it in though.
My uncle was staying at my other auntie and uncle's house for a few days, quite a number of years ago. My uncle is quite a large man and needs a constant food source. It's like a little snuffling, truffle hunting pig.
There he is.
Not because he's ill, just because he's fat and continuing his growth.
Oh, right.
Or maybe he's like got a fetish, when they feed people.
Okay.
So one day my uncle was looking around my other auntie and uncle's house for some snacks. He found what he thought was a nice snack in my auntie's office cupboard, snooping much.
And he does like his snacks, doesn't he?
He does. He's going through all the cupboards in the office looking for food. I have got twiglets in my drawer there.
Thank you.
It was in a snap lock bag. So he opened it up and started having a munch on what he thought was orange peels.
Right.
He must have a disorder.
Weird snack.
Maybe he thought it was like dried mango, dried orange peels. He obviously must have been quite hungry to think orange peels were the snack of choice.
Well, quite.
Anyway, while he is mid-munch of the orange peels, my auntie walks into the office and catches him. She asks what he's doing.
Oh, my gosh. But so many questions about why this was even in a bag.
She asked what he is doing, eating her son's foot peelings that needed to go to the doctor that afternoon. So my uncle was happily munching away on my cousin's overgrown, hardened, crusty foot peelings that the doctor was going to test for fungi growth. This makes me gag, but also have a little giggle because he isn't a very nice person to the family.
Good petty Polly, to be fair.
I'm glad my cousin's extra foot skin growth went to a great cause. My family bring this story up every year and have a giggle because karma's a bitch. Keep making us all laugh and make your way to New Zealand at some stage, please. You're always welcome to come and visit our dairy farm. I'd like that, to see how well dairy cows are treated and how awesome agriculture really is, despite the media.
Agriculture's great.
We love our cows and feel privileged to work alongside them every day. No need to keep me on. I'm Katie and I'm from New Zealand.
Oh, thank you, Katie.
Wow.
Yum.
Oh, how much foot peels?
That's what I mean. To be honest, I'm impressed with. When you go to have your spa pedi and they use the razor thing, and I'm thinking of those foot shavings, but like mega, then dry them out,
thick ones.
Thick ones.
You know when you like peel a cucumber, and it comes off,
and then you dry them over a radiator.
Anyway, listen. Remember, if you want to get in touch, you can email us, LuAnna, at
everythingluanna.com,
or you can drop us a WhatsApp on 07745 266 947.
Okie dokie, right, newsy bits. Let's see what we've got. Oh my giddy arm.
This is local, Anna.
It is very local to us. So an Essex doctor who wrongly removed patients' ovaries is allowed to keep his job. This always reminds me about these stories. Your friend who had the wrong leg amputated.
Yeah, that was
that's really bad. So a doctor removed...
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. The doctor who removed 2 patients' ovaries without their consent, Christ, that's bad, has been given a warning, but deemed fit to continue working in healthcare.
Why did he remove
The doctor said Dr. Shoku Amiri faced a range of allegations relating to care towards 6 patients working in Guernsey. The gynaecologist has been working as a consultant in Mid and South Essex NHS Foundation Trust since 2022. And a panel found that dozens of allegations proved, ranging from over-familiarity with patients' surgical issues and clinical errors. This is really terrifying.
But this panel said there's been no concerns about his work since he left his previous position in Guernsey. Oh, so he did this in Guernsey and now he's gone to Essex.
Yes.
And in Essex, he's been good. But in Guernsey, he was bad.
I mean, you don't want to take that risk, do you?
So basically, they said there's insufficient insight into what happened. So
So what happened with this lady then?
I don't know.
So general submission.
He's shown a lack of insight into how he took the decision.
They added
to remove the patient's ovaries.
And it was a fundamental error, and he was extremely apologetic.
Oh, sorry, I've taken your ovaries. You can't have kids.
Do you know what I mean? The doctor said he had not explained in a way that demonstrates how he felt to the mindset to make this mistake and how he can avoid it in the future. He went into autopilot. If he went into autopilot, then this is worrying.
So they think that maybe he was doing something and then he's just automatically taken them.
Wait. The proven and admitted allegations, though, include rubbed and or touched a patient's leg, hugged them after a consultation, and examined them intimately without a chaperone present on 3 occasions. Ooh. He performed surgery on another patient, removed her ovaries, this is the one we're talking about, when she did not consent to it, and on 3 occasions performed intimate examinations without a chaperone present. Oh my God, and then there's more patients that have been coming forward. He touched a patient's clitoris.
He took another one's ovaries without consent or clinical indication for their removal.
Yeah, and then touched another patient's clitoris, wiped their vaginal area after examination and failed to have a chaperone present. I mean, this is a doctor that I can't believe he's managed to keep his job, quite frankly, with all these allegations.
Wait, hold on. He undertook 2 intimate examinations of patient F without a chaperone, hugging and kissing them during a consultation during both.
Does he mean like just like a hello, hug and kiss, or like snogging a patient? Like
during a consultation? This is very, very disturbing stuff. But anyway, that was all the proven ones. But they said the tribunal also noticed its finding that the doctor's misconduct was serious and had the potential to affect the public's confidence in the profession. You don't say. However, the tribunal reminded itself of the significant level of insight, remorse and remediation demonstrated by the doctor and his acceptance of responsibility. It concluded that a fully informed member of the public made aware of these factors would be sufficiently satisfied and reassured that his responses were appropriate to offset content. So
let me tell you now, girls, there's no frigging way that doctor would be going anywhere near me.
So they're basically saying he can keep his job because
he said
sorry and he's making efforts not
to do it again.
Take someone else's ovaries.
That's very weird.
Isn't it?
But why would they...
But also, so do they have to then disclose that in future clinical work? Do you know what I mean?
Well, I don't think so. I think it's your responsibility to research
to look
the
into it.
So if you got him assigned to you, and how many of us do then Google the doctor that we're assigned?
I do, big time. Always look at the
I don't always. I have done, but I don't always. Yeah. The thing is, when you are a doctor, you automatically get sort of put on a pedestal, don't you? And you automatically have like this air of intelligence and importance and grace and trust.
It's trust, really, Lou. You're absolutely right, yeah.
And he's like swiping ovaries. Oh, I think I'd want him.
There's a lesson here: due diligence. Research your consultant. Research
the thing is, though, when these things happen, like me and that massage, you don't really say a lot, and it's very strange, isn't it? Why don't you say anything?
Because to your point, Lou, like you say, sometimes because we do place certain people on such a responsible pedestal, that's often you do think, is this right, or because you've never done or been in that situation? Because you think, am I going to say something that makes me look like a bit of a tit? But I think sometimes if it feels wrong, you just got to say it.
Yeah. Get off my clip.
Well, you can't really say it when you're under anaesthetic.
Well, other than
taking
the
your ovaries.
Well, not that, but when he's like kissing someone.
Yeah.
But I would like to know, like, if she got compo, like that's awful. That's life changing, ruining.
Well, unless they do it. Well, yeah.
Awful.
Yeah, because who is it to him to decide?
It's terrible. Right, next story, Lulu. What's this? So Middlesbrough care home resident. This is what we're talking. This will be us.
This will be us.
They go wild for strippers. So no, they're not bringing in the pottery class.
They're bringing in Channing Tatum.
They're bringing in
the dick.
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum. What did I say?
Channing Tatum.
Oh, bless my heart.
Bless your little cottons.
Ugly older brother.
So So listen, a male stripper. That's the care home version, exactly. The budget version. They couldn't quite afford the posh ones. Tanning changer. Hey, they should have got our $1 million men
I know, they should have
got our Andy. Do you know what I mean? But a male stripper has caused a stir at a middle. I've seen this. It's
really?
ticking around the old ticky-tockies, yeah. At a Middlesbrough care home this week when he replaced the residents' usual knitter-natter session with a striptease.
Oh, Doris, put the needles away.
Oh, do you know
I've got my own needle coming through.
No, I've also seen another one that's gone viral this week of a DJ that's gone in playing drum and bass.
Yeah.
And it's brilliant because all the old dears are in there.
Do you think we could get into a care home one day?
We
Love
should.
Old people. So
what
Max
happened? What happened?
Hunter was a care home manager before he became a stripper.
What a job change. What a job change.
He decided to offer the residents a show.
Good for him.
Said, I spoke to the gang here and the lady said a resounding, yes, please. That was what the care home manager said. She said, I've never seen a reaction like it to any event we've done. So there is a video of the event going round. It shows him gyrating with the residents, stripping off his uniform down to his underwear. The residents twirled pants and props as Mr. Hunter danced in the living room of the care home, which was decked out in red shimmer curtains.
I love this. Oh, I love this. Old 87-year-old Anne says he has a nice body, nice and athletic, and everything he did was lovely. Lovely.
Everybody was smiling, and that's beautiful.
Look at Betty.
Betty, she says, I loved his backside.
Oh, can I just say, my nanny, not so much dead Nana, but my nanny, she was a bit of a girl. She'd have flipping loved this. She'd have gone, go on, get it all out. Get it all out, dear.
Show us the end.
Go on.
The residents are keen to have Mr. Hunter back. They've said, can he come back next week and join in their knit and natter session?
Love this.
Mr. Hunter.
Yes.
I love how we're just calling the stripper Mr. Hunter.
He's a proper man, Lou.
Like he's some kind of proper person. Well, he is, but you know.
Not
he says,
Sid Schlong.
I used to run entertainment at retirement villages, so it's an absolute privilege to be back in a care home, putting a smile on residents' faces. The reaction was wild.
I love
We had a bit of underwear thrown and a lot of laughs. Said Alice Woods. She manages the show that Hunter.
Look at him. He's a bit
he's got
beefy.
muscles. Oh, look at the old. Now, the best thing about this picture that we'll put on our socials is that what is it for you?
Well, it's two things.
Okay, one,
it's the red curtain.
yeah, and two,
The blue rinse. Yeah, it's the blue rinse. It was the blue rinse first, and then the spangly curtain, and it's also the ladies. The ladies are really getting hold of his biceps, and they're giving a.
Ooh, that blue rinse for me.
The blue rinse is so good.
What is it about grannies
epic.
and blue rinses?
It's epic.
Why do they do that?
I don't know, but
so
it's
we
epic.
love that. We'll share that picture of this very greasy looking gent.
Can I just say though,
He
good.
worked up a sweat that day, didn't he?
I say good for him. I think it's look. My nan always said, you're not dead until you're dead. You're still going in your 80s and 90s, and I think that's bloody
Imagine
good.
if he started giving them heart attacks.
Would you think differently if there was a female stripper for the males?
No. I'd say absolutely brilliant. Like, for real, I would.
I think I might feel a bit differently.
Would you? Would you actually?
Yeah, I think I would. Isn't that bad? That's
It's
really
not
bad.
bad. That's your honest opinion.
I
But it's
think
also
it just seems a bit more sleazy.
In society,
It's bad,
that's
isn't it?
kind of the opinion, isn't
Yeah.
it?
It is. You're so
Like,
right.
if it's a guy stripper, it's like, yeah, like all the women. But if
That's
it's
a really
a woman,
good
it's a
question.
bit like, oh, those old man with their saggy balls. Do your balls hang low?
No, do they sing
wobble
to a fro?
Can you tie them in a knot?
not can you tie him in a bow? I wouldn't mind that. I just think, go on, boy. As long as it was appropriate and you didn't have some dirty old man then trying to touch
I
or
think
something.
that's the difference between men and women.
I think if it's appropriate.
Because I think that women will be like, oh, yeah, look at his little
It's
bum, let
fun,
me touch your
yeah.
muscle. Whereas men will be a bit like tit grabby. Remember that guy that grabbed you at our Troxy show?
Yeah, horrible. Yeah.
That was bad.
Yeah, bad. Really bad. I think, I'd like to think that the old gentleman would see it as, a little bit of cheeky fun.
Titillation.
Yeah, titillation. And I would, and I think there's being there's a level of which to go. Do you know what I mean? But it's a good question. I to be honest, I'd like, if I had enough time, I'd love to do more work with old people because I just think that old people are so brilliant. Yeah, and I think they're so written off by society.
I know.
And I think, I just sometimes you look at old people and it break your heart.
They
You
just
see like
become
a
like
little,
invisible.
Yeah, invisible. And you see them. I said to you the other week about the 103-year-old in the opticians.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just looked at her and I thought, God, good for you. Like, life is
they've
hard.
got some life stories.
Yeah. And people are just sort of ignoring them. And I was like, I've just got a thing about it. And I think, fuck it. If you want to go and they're not dead, do you know what I mean? You should still be able to live life and have sex and, and enjoy yourselves.
I don't know if I'd want to be shagging at 103.
It's hard though, isn't it? Because people...
She'd need some Vagisil.
Yeah, you'd need some of that.
People start to like infantilize them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though they're older and they've got all that experience and the knowledge and stuff.
Yeah.
But because they're older and I guess
like
your
if they
body's
lose
not
their-
slowly...
Well, and it's because if they start losing their hearing or something, then as you say, they get infantilized. I think I come quite strongly from the opinion that both my grandmothers lived until dead Nana was nearly to 100. My other Nana was to her mid-90s, and they both had all their faculties.
You're going to live for a long time.
I hope
you
so.
might live till you're 110.
I bloody hope so. Dead Nana would have kept going if she hadn't had a fall. It was sepsis that killed her. She had an op for her hip. It was a sepsis that got her.
Nana.
But I mean, they were still cooking themselves 3-course meals in their late 90s, and I think that's
very impressive.
But I always remember my nan's.
We've got Anna around for a long time.
So you're all snuffed it. I'll be on my own.
When I'm 70.
Oh no, I want to go
younger.
I want to go as long as possible. No, I do.
Oh, I don't.
But I do think we need to just stop infantilizing them, but also just respect old people a lot more. I think they do just get written off, and it's not fair. Anyway, there you go. I love that. I love that.
People.
Love that. Right, let's crack on. My bladder's about to explode today, gosh. It's time for
It's the Widow of the Week.
Right, you got Betty up first. Well, it's anonymous. We've called you Bet. Hey, girls, I didn't know if this counted because it's not me, but I saw this on TikTok. We like to hear stories that you've seen that you want to share, guys. Send them in. But I saw this on TikTok. I needed to discuss and see if there's any more of these weirdos out there. No, so nominating the lady on TikTok, we'll call her Betty, who makes a cup of tea and then sucks the tea bag before plopping it in the bin. Horrified.
Me too, that's great.
Oh, that's rank. Your teeth would be ever sustained.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd have teeth.
She needs to get crack out the Crest whitening strip.
No, not for him. No good.
That's
all right.
rank.
Yeah, it's rank.
Must be really hot as well.
A peppermint tea or something.
Look, I've got lemongrass today.
Nice.
Are you going to suck it?
Shall I?
Put them in your mouth and suck them.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about this. Oh,
no, that's making me...
It wasn't good.
No, not good, was it, Lou? Not good. I'll tell you something, that won't be making a TikTok sensation.
Nah.
Not that base.
Quite unattractive.
Well tried.
I'm not very good at teabagging.
You know.
Right, next one. We've called you Prue. She says, hi ladies, love the pod and all that shite. My sister and I absolutely loved the Galentine's night in, by the way.
Thank you, dolls.
Please keep me on. Call me Charlie after my dog.
What are you laughing
Imo
at?
has really proofread this because Imo called her Prue.
I'm
She wants
sorry.
Charlie. Was just listening to this week's podcast about the story about the girl who burps in her dog's face.
Oh, yeah.
She says, I also do this. No. And worse. I don't know when I started doing this, but when I would pick my nose, not in public, obviously, because I'm not that gross, I sometimes feed it to my dog.
That's disgusting.
That's so
That's
mean.
disgusting. That's dog abuse.
He absolutely loves it. To the point where when he sees me picking, he'll sit and beg and he brings his face closer while he sniffs.
Sick.
My family think it's disgusting, but I just find it funny.
I mean, I suppose they're salty, aren't they? Salty bugs. I think that's rank.
I
think
feed
it's
my
a bit
dog his
abusive.
own eye bogies.
Imogen, what is wrong with you?
His body's getting rid of
It's
that.
like a little treat.
Oh, Imo.
Stop. You can't do that.
That's right.
Because that's his body cleaning and exiting.
He
and then you're
likes it.
inserting.
He goes to eat it.
Stop it. I'm getting a bit icky.
So you
Imogen,
pick the eye bogey and then you give it, I've got an eye bogey.
Don't need to.
Will
Well,
you eat
this is
my eye
interesting.
bogey?
This is interesting.
They
So-
also eat shit.
to be
Like,
fair, they do lick each other's
Look,
asses.
Anna, I've got a tiny eye bogey on the end of my nail. Will you lick it?
No, thank you.
Just do it. No. I'll give you a tenner.
No. Well, okay.
20 quid.
No, thank you.
Just lick the end of my finger.
No, thank you.
Touch it. Just do something with it.
No. I'm not taking it. I'm taking it. I'm flicking it off. Right. So who's the weirdo? Well, I think it's got to be Prue and and Imo. I'm lumping Imo. Imo, you're the widow of the week. How do you feel?
I think teabag sucking is weirder.
Do you?
I really do.
To be fair, both very good weirdos. I think good
The
weirdos.
teabag sucking is weird.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm going the dog
But
bogey.
I'm still going for the dog bogies.
I don't think that's weird.
That's because you probably do it. You're saying that it's Norman's eye bogies, but we all know it's your nose bogies now.
Bit of both.
This is actually your
Imo's
story.
like this. One finger over the nostril. Open up, Norm.
I could just get Ruben and Rebel to lick my nose. It runs
That's
so
to be
much.
fair. Yeah, Ruble.
I can't speak today.
Well, let's hope you can, because it's either a happy moment of the week or a rant of the week.
I'm going to have a little rant
Talk to us.
off the back of skiing.
Okay,
Okay.
go on.
So I think quite possibly that skiers that are good are the worst, most rudest kind of people I've ever met.
Strong.
It's true, isn't it?
Yeah, they are.
You go on those slopes, they're a bunch of cunts.
Very
they
intolerant.
whiz past you. They have, and I just think, fine, if you're on a hard red or a black, you go do your thing,
But
honey.
if you're on a family run,
If you're on a blue or a green and
Chill.
there's kids, you don't need to ski like a bat out of hell arsehole, like there's some kind of dynamite off the back of your skis and go flying down a mountain. You're an arsehole. You're going to take people out. It's very, very dangerous. Someone skied over Clemmie's skis. They got that close to her and she managed to stay up. They are the most selfish, rudest breed of people ever. And you know what? It's really, really mean because they're obviously the more experienced skiers and yet they zip past, they scare all the beginners. And do you know what I hate more than that? Snowboarders. If you're a snowboarder, I am not your friend. I hate them. They spend more time on their ass than up. They make that awful noise as they come past you, almost crashing into you. They don't have any control. They're all a bunch of dickheads. The end. Thank you. And if you want to ski like that, go on the reds and the blacks. But if you're on a blue or a green, you need to take heed. Rules of the ski life.
for those that don't ski, those are the easier runs.
Yeah, like a green is the easiest and then the blue and then red and black will be the hardest. So you're not going to be on a red or definitely not a black unless you're really experienced. But you got to be like, no, there's like
I would
little
say
kids on all these greens.
Ski etiquette is a thing. We also came across some utter bellends.
Real bellends.
And rude. And actually, I hate to say it, it was mostly the English, actually.
Really?
Yeah, there were a few French as well, but it was mostly the English that were getting a bit aggy and a bit arsey. And I did tell one man just to calm it down, mate. Fucking calm
chill
down.
out.
He was getting a bit
But also,
stressy, and I was
where
like,
are they
just relax.
racing to?
Yeah, just relax.
Where are you going?
Yeah.
We're all going to the same
We've
place.
got a little kid, and we all know
Don't
how,
need to go 100
how
miles an hour.
dangerous. Look, Michael Schumacher. That's all I'm saying.
Show offs.
Yeah, just
You know
calm
who
it
can
down.
be looped into this group?
Go on.
Really good ice skaters.
Yes,
They
Imogen.
whiz round those
Yes.
rinks, weaving in and out of people.
and making you wobble.
Yeah.
because they. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
There should go and find your own. Like we say, we know we're not cool. We stay in that lane.
Yeah.
If you are cool and a good skier, you stay in that lane.
Just stay on the reds and the
When I
blacks.
ski, I adapt my skiing for
Yeah.
whatever run I'm on. When I'm with the family, I just do my little family ski. If I'm going off with my good friends, like the expert friends, then I'll be in a different space to then be more of a selfish skier. But yeah,
But
you're
honestly,
so right.
if you are going skiing in the Easter, please take heed. And don't be a cunt.
And wear a helmet.
Right, that's
Amen.
it.
That is it, guys. Good ep, guys. Don't worry. We're going to be here on Monday next week, but you don't have to wait until then because we are bi-weekly. On Thursday, we have LuAnna Totally Extra. But of course, guys, this is a big PSA. We need you, Lufanians. We need you to send your emails, your messages, and everything into us. Do not delay to LuAnna at everythingluanna.com.
You can also hop onto WhatsApp, send us a voice note or a message, a rant, anything actually, a picture.
Do you know what I'd like? Off the back of your rant, I'd like to see if we can lump anyone else into those annoying people that need to stay in their lane. We've got expert skiers, ice skaters, people that just basically are knobheads.
I went to a roller disco on Friday.
Oh yeah, they're knobby roller skaters.
No, everyone was shit generally.
Okay, that's fair then.
Except one little girl who was amazing and she was so cute.
Okay.
I'll let her off.
So we can let her off.
I kept looking at her, didn't know that I could be jealous of a 7-year-old in her sparkly skates
Little outfit.
with the light up wheels. And she was zipping round there.
Oh, cute.
I had you should come. It's only local.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's actually called Wheelie Roller Disco. There's a few different ones dotted around.
sounds
It was
fun.
so much fun.
Sounds fun.
Little Friday. My kids loved it. So did I. And then at the end, the woman, she went to me, you're a good little skater.
There you go.
And I went, am I? And she went, yes, you are.
But you're not a wanker skater, are you?
Well, I'm not that good. I think she's just been nice to me.
Well, let us know, Fanians. Let's see if we can add to that rant.
Our number, add it to your contacts, is 07745 266 947. Please also make sure that you follow our podcast. That means that you will get it straight to your device when it hits. Often see people on our Facebook group being like, when's the pod coming out? It's not there yet. You don't need to wait and keep refreshing. You can just follow us, and as soon as a new episode is out, it will notify your phone. Look at that wonderful technologies.
And it also really helps us, guys, if you do follow the podcast. So please do that. Also, don't forget we're on YouTube now, which is very exciting. So listen, however you watch and listen to us, tell someone else about us to get them to listen. We would also really enjoy a 5-star review and or a review as well on YouTube and on your podcast platform. It really helps us to keep delivering.
This is our first YouTube episode. If you want to find our YouTube channel, head to our Instagram, which is at everything_LuAnna. And the links for everything we do are in our bio. So make sure you follow the podcast, subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, just all of that jazz. If you could just overload us with your love, we'd appreciate it. We'll see you on Thursday.
See you Thursday.